This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, August 30th, 2023. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The Biden administration has selected 10 drugs for a first round of price negotiation through Medicare. Tom Howe reports it's an unprecedented effort to flex federal purchasing power over the drug industry while courting backlash if pharmaceutical companies retreat from life-saving cures. Drugs on the list include Jardiance and other treatments for type 2 diabetes, anti-blood clot drugs such as Xarelto, and medicine that targets autoimmune conditions, blood cancer, Crohn's disease, and arthritis. Under the program, the first round of negotiated prices will take effect in 2026. Pricing talks are scheduled for this year and into next year, and final prices will be published in the fall of 2024. A fight over a McDonald sauce packet in Washington, D.C. last weekend left one teenage girl dead, another charged with murder, and a community grappling with the city's juvenile crime crisis. Matt Delaney reports the Metropolitan Police Department said a 16-year-old girl from Waldorf, Maryland faces murder charges in the stabbing death of 16-year-old Naima Ligon, also from Waldorf. Authorities said the girl had a knife when she was arrested Sunday just a block away from the killing. A detective testified in an arraignment Monday that the two came to the district together for a party with 3 other people. The teens fought over sweet and sour sauce after leaving the McDonald's on the corner of 14th and U Streets Northwest toward the end of their night. They got out of their car to continue the fight. That was when police said Naima was stabbed twice. The National Archives and Records Administration is withholding more than 5,000 White House emails that use aliases for then Vice President Biden as it awaits approval from him and former President Obama to make them public. Susan Ferricchio reports Biden used at least 3 email aliases while serving as vice president, and House investigators sought to access the messages this month as part of their probe into whether he engaged in illegal influence peddling. Some of the emails to Biden inexplicably copy in his son Hunter, including a scheduling email about a May 2016 call with then Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko. The House Foreign Affairs Committee marked the 2-year anniversary of the troubled American withdrawal from Afghanistan and the August 26, 2021 bombing that killed 13 U.S. service members. Mike Glenn reports the session was part of a push by Republicans to investigate the endgame of the 20-year American military mission in Afghanistan and how President Biden and his top security aides managed the final days. Parents and relatives of some of the troops lost in that final retreat gathered to put human faces on the tragedy and talk about the lingering ghosts that still haunt the survivors. The deadly bombing at Hamid Karzai International Airport was blamed on an Islamic State suicide bomber who slipped in among the crush of Afghans trying to enter the airport. In addition to the 13 killed, some 170 Afghan civilians were killed, and dozens of American troops were injured in evacuation efforts. And finally, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas is giving his employees an extra day of leave this weekend, adding to more than $1 billion worth of vacation time he has already handed out during his tenure. Stephen Dinan reports Mayorkas said his employees deserve extra time beyond the regular Labor Day holiday as a reward for their sacrifice to secure our homeland and advance our nation. Some department employees told Stephen they think Mayorkas is trying to buy affection from an exasperated workforce, but his generosity has plenty of fans within the department. Find all of today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.